everyone, so today I wanted to share with you my favorites for the month of February. Please excuse my sort of nasally sound. I have been really sick these past couple days. I went out recently about an hour ago to get some medicine because I'm not feeling so good and I'm just trying to be a little bit low-key and just kind of stay home and not do much of anything. That's why I'm in a sweatshirt type of deal, and I have this super glamorous look. I'm not even going anywhere anymore because it's cold and it's snowing out, but I figured why not share with you my favorite products for the month of February. So I do have a lot. I'm going to start with the eye stuff. I'm just going to briefly kind of glance over these. These are the Makeup Geek foiled eyeshadows. I have been loving these so incredibly much. I've done several tutorials already with them. I have a review on them and swatches and all that stuff on the blog. I will link all of the coordinating videos and blog posts down below in the description box. But these are phenomenal. They're super, super pigmented and very, very potent. You don't really have to do any sort of wetting of the brush. You don't have to use eye drops, nothing, because this is just exactly that. It's the foiled look. It's already been done for you. All you have to do is just pop them onto your eyelid and you're good to go. I absolutely love them. And some of my standout shades out of the bunch, I have all 10, but I love Mesmerize. It's the one that reminds me of Satin Taupe, but kicked up a notch. It's like a taupey purpley color. I love Grandstand. It's one of my go-to colors. It's perfect for every single day. Using it with warm tones, cooler tones, it's just perfect. And then I also really love In the Spotlight, which is a soft kind of peach color. I like using this on the inner part of the eye just to kind of highlight, also on the center of the lid, similar to what I'm doing today. Something really like intense on the inner part or the lid part. And then everything else around it sort of soft and neutral. I like using that one for that. So these are really great. I will link the Makeup Geek site below for you. And then I've also been getting into this NYX Tinted Brow. This is the Tinted Brow mascara that I showed in my Ulta haul a few weeks back. And I have the shade Brunette, and I've quickly fallen in love with this because it's the only thing I have on now for my brows, except for, you know, my brow wiz to fill in some kind of bald spots. But I do like this color. The Brunette is just a little bit lighter than I think Brunette is for other brands. This is just a little bit softer in a way, and then the brush is really not that big. It's a nice kind of spoolie, but it's very small, very manageable, where you can actually control where you're applying the product and get just enough on where it doesn't get goopy or anything, and it actually does have a good pigmentation to it. So I feel like this gives me a very natural brow versus something like the dip brow that's very, very intense if you apply too much of it. And I actually have to go a little bit lighter with my brows because my brows are very dark, very almost black. So if I match my brows, I look like literally I took my son's markers and penciled in or markered in my brows. It's pretty crazy, but I do have to go lighter, several shades lighter than what I typically would have gone, or if somebody were doing my brows for me, they would match more of my hair. It's a long story, but I like the Brunette. There's several different shades and it's very affordable, and I found mine at Ulta. Really great stuff. Another product for the eye is the Bare Minerals Well Rested. This, especially this past week that I've been sick, feeling like death, I have been using this nonstop. This Well Rested product is something that I've mentioned before. I've had this same jar for well over a year, and I literally cannot see the bottom of it. It's like, are you going to end anytime soon? Because I mean, I've had you for so long and you're not going anywhere. So it has a little bit of a sifter so that you don't make a mess, but it's very, very brightening. Let me see if I can get some out here and do a swatch for you. It's very, very light, yet brightening. There's no sheen to it, but the powder is so finely milled that it gives you a really soft sort of brighten look to the eye without looking too artificial. It's what I have on today with my concealer because, like I said, I'm not really sleeping well and I have very dark circles around this time when I'm sick, and for me, I need something that's very brightening, and this shade I think is really good for fair to maybe sort of light medium. If you're really tan or for those really nice, rich, deep skin tones, this might be a little ashy. So they do have different colors, but the Well Rested for me, because I'm so fair, works perfectly. I even use it to highlight on the tops of my cheekbone, highlight down the center of my nose. It's a really great product, and I've also used it just lightly all over my lid just to kind of neutralize everything on the lid and cover some veinings because I do have visible veins on the lid. So a really great product, and these are available pretty much anywhere. Sephora, Ulta, the Bare Minerals site, many places online carry this, and this is the Well Rested shade. The next eye product that I want to share with you is my NARS Larger Than Life pencil. This is in the shade Via Veneto. This is just a standard black color, and I absolutely love this pencil. I got this in a set from Sephora. It's one of those like Sephora eyeliner sets. They have a bunch of little minis. My sister gave that to me for Christmas, and I'm working through it now, and this is the shade there. Really, really intense, super creamy. It glides on like butter on the waterline, which is where I like to apply this, and it also stays, especially now because my eyes have been super watery lately. I noticed that it's actually staying, which is really, really great, and it kind of reminds me of my IT Cosmetics No Tug waterproof liner. Those literally are no budge. You put it on and it stays on until you take it off. But these are very creamy, and you do have some time to kind of blend it. I mean, if you were to kind of go over it, you can smudge it out, but once it sets, it's actually going to stay there, and I like it. And these are the long wear eyeliners, so I don't know exactly how long this wears, like hour-wise, but I do think it wears really well on the waterline. So when I run out of this, I will be buying a full size of this because I really, really like it a lot. Okay, so moving on to face things. I have been getting into highlighting a lot. You probably have noticed a lot of sort of highlighted look to my face. I used to not highlight hardly ever, and then I used to use my, what is this, my Hourglass ambient lighting powders. These are phenomenal, really great quality, very pricey, but it's a high-end brand, and the quality is unlike anything else. It's such a great product. These will always be my favorite products to use, but I have been getting into two different liquid highlighters. This first one is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the shade Opal. This one is a mini that I got over the summertime last year that I actually started using within the last several months, and I absolutely love it. It's what I'm wearing today. Top of my cheekbone, and that's why you see that sort of like wet look. Have it down my nose and then my cupid's bow as well. It's just the perfect shade, and this is the Opal, and it blends out so easily, and I use a like a stipple brush. This is the Morphe MB36. That's what I use today to kind of apply it and then go down my nose, cupid's bow. It's perfect. I even went on my forehead as well with it. It's a really, really great product. I love it. And then another one is the Benefit High Beam. I had this on a few videos back. This bottle here has been in my collection for years. It's like it never ends, and you get 0.45 fluid ounces or 13 mil on here. So it says it lasts for 6 months, but honestly you can use a lot longer, and it's like a soft kind of pearlescent pink shade. Very, very beautiful. Let me swatch it. And this one is actually different because it looks like a nail polish. I don't know if they've repackaged this at all or if it still looks exactly the same, because like I said, I've had this bottle for years, and as you can see, it has just that beautiful sort of pearlescent pink. And let me show you what the Opal looks like. Opal is a little bit more peachy. So there's Opal. You may not be able to see it. Opal, there you go. So it's more of like a peachy with a golden undertone. And then this is the High Beam. So High Beam is for one of those, it's one of those highlights that is very noticeable, whereas the Opal, even though it's very luminescent, the tone of it, that peachiness, makes it blend a little bit better into the skin, whereas if you don't really blend out something so like pearlescent pink like this, you can actually see it a little bit more. But I mean, if you're highlighting a lot, then you know it's going to be noticeable anyways. But these two are really, really great. I think you can get the Becca one from Sephora, and then of course High Beam is available through Ulta and Sephora as well. A few more face products. I have been really into my liquid foundation. It's the L'Oreal True Match, and I wear the shade Light Ivory W2. This is just a tad light. It's what I'm wearing today, but when I put my blush and my bronzer, it works perfectly. The shade, the next shade up, I think is W3, is a little too dark, and that turned orange on me. This one doesn't oxidize like the other ones. I've tried a few different shades to find my right one, which sucks about the drugstore because it's like you need a color to match you, but it's really hard because there aren't any testers. But I do like this one. It has an SPF of 17, and I like applying that with my MAC 130. I think this is a short stipple brush. I don't even know if they make this anymore. I've had this for a long time, and it's been sitting there for ages, and I figured why not try a stipple brush for foundation, because I've never done that. Believe it or not, I have never worn applied foundation with a stipple brush. So I figured, let's just do this. And I actually really like it. It takes a while because this brush is quite small, but I do like the fact that it gives me a nice kind of airbrush finish, and I literally only use just a tiny amount, just little dots, and I buff it in with this, and it almost looks like skin. That's why I like it, and that's what I'm wearing today. I feel like it looks good. I don't feel like it's heavy. I don't even feel like it's weighing anything heavily on my skin, so that's really good. And then to set that, I've been using my Maybelline Dream Wonder Powder in Classic Ivory number 20. This powder is freaking awesome. For it being drugstore and just a couple bucks, it is the softest, most finely milled powder that I have used from the drugstore. And the way it just sits on the skin, it melts into the skin. It sets my foundation really nicely. I've even used this under my eyes, and it works really, really well. They have a good range. Not too many dark tones, but they do have, I guess the drugstores, they tend to cater to fair, light to medium, and maybe a little tan, but really deep skin tones. There's a lack for products for those skin types or skin tones, but I think that this is a perfect match for me, and I'm pretty fair. And I use my Real Techniques multitask brush to apply this all over the face, under the eye, on my lids, everywhere. I love it. And I can just apply it now, and it's like, no matter how much of this I apply, it never looks cakey. It's bizarre, it's weird, I know, but it's like I apply and apply and apply, and I'm like, I don't even see you. Where are you? It's like, it doesn't even look heavy at all. And if you were to do that with other powders, you would be like a pancake face with it on, because it's like you put it on and immediately you see it. And I love how this instantly mattifies my skin, so I really, really like that. For my last two products, they're lip products that I have been loving, and I actually wore this combo in my latest video, my talc-free smoky and sexy look, which I will link for you below if you haven't seen it. But I found these at the drugstore when I was there just browsing really quickly at Target, and I am in love with these. And the first one is the CoverGirl lipstick in number 340 Delicious, which is a nice light purple but has a touch of pink to it as well, so it makes it really wearable in my opinion. But it's just a little bit, I don't know, I find it just a little bit more muted when you look at it in the tube, but when you apply it, it actually looks a lot wearable. And it reminds me of another lipstick. This lipstick by NYX. This is the Lipstick in Power. This one I got off of Amazon because I read online that this was a dupe for NARS Dominique, which is more of like a muted, like grayish lilac purple. So that's that one there. So it reminds me of it a little bit, but this one from CoverGirl has just a touch more pink, which I find makes it a lot more wearable, and there's a reason why I wear it more than this one, because this is beautiful, this NYX one, but when you put them side by side, the NYX one, you can just see here that it has more gray in it, and I find that the pink tone in this one from CoverGirl makes it very wearable. Although it may be different for some of you because it is on the purple scale, it's definitely wearable. So try it out and you may be surprised, because I didn't think I was going to like colors like this, and I freaking love it. It's amazing. My last product is the Rimmel Stay Glossy 3D Lip Gloss. This is the only one that I have in this line. I am intrigued by them. I do want to get some more, but this one is in the shade Popcorn for 2. It's a beautiful kind of fleshy pink, but as you can see, it has a bit of like that sort of metallic finish, and it's got a blue-green duochrome. Almost matches the duochrome of my eyeshadow. Love the applicator. It's a doe foot applicator, which I think is really great. The quality of this is very, very good. I do think that it's a lot more high-end feel than it actually costs. This was only like $3 or $4 at Target. And there is the color there. As you can see when I move my hand, how it just catches the light. It's a little bit on the thick side, but I feel like it's enough thickness to actually cling to the lips and stay there, versus those glosses that are super, super runny, that you put them on and then right before your eyes you blink and then it's like traveling off your lips. These actually stay around, and I love the color. And it's just very, very unique, and nothing quite like this that I have found from the drugstore. So very, very good. And that is all of my favorites. I'm really, really happy with all of my products. These are just some staple things that I have been using. But that's it. I will list everything that I mentioned in the video down below. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please share with me in the comments what your favorites are for this past month, because I would like to know what you like. And maybe we have some things in common. Maybe you want to try some of these out. If you want to see reviews on anything that I mentioned here, please let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in for the video. My username for Twitter and Instagram is @glamourbyalexi. It's at the bottom of the screen if you would like to connect with me there. I would certainly love to chat with you there anytime. So thank you guys so much. Have a fabulous day and weekend, and I will see you on Monday. Bye.